Let's begin here. Before we talk about his teachings, before we even quote his words, before we even call him the Buddha, we have to ask a very simple, very human question. Who do we think he was? Because how we see him is how we end up seeing ourselves. And for someone who spoke of awakening from illusion, that one illusion of who he was might be the first to drop. Because across the world, he's been turned into so many different things. In China, people pray to him like a protector. In Japan, he sits alongside Shinto spirits. In Hinduism, he's called an avatar of Vishnu. Online, he's become a quote, and in most homes, let's be honest, he's just a home decor. You know, that peaceful face that goes well with the beige sofas and indoor plants. Each of these views is different. Each one comes from a place of respect, belief, or beauty. And through all these ways of seeing him, something subtle happens. The Buddha stops being a human being. He becomes a symbol, a myth, a god, a mythical other. But what if that's the very illusion he's trying to dismantle? We forgot that he was a man, a real, living, breathing human being just like you, just like me. Here is what the history and his own words actually say. The Buddha never claimed to be divine, not even close. He wasn't sent, he wasn't chosen, he didn't speak for any god. In fact, he remained silent on questions about God altogether. Not because he didn't know, but because he knew those questions don't relieve suffering. He said, I'm awake. Not above, not blessed, not chosen, just awake. He placed all responsibilities and all possibilities completely in the hands of human mind. No divine shortcuts, no cosmic favor, just efforts. Just basic human effort. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who saw the Buddha not just as a teacher but as a liberator, said this. To make him a god is to deny his humanity. His greatness lies in his revolution of mind. That line says everything. Because when you turn the Buddha into a god, you take away the very thing that made him powerful. You make his path feel distant, out of reach, like something meant for saints, not for us. Awakening becomes a myth, something you admire but never expect to experience yourself. And that's the real problem. The moment you say he was different, he was divine, you quietly give yourself permission to stay the same. You keep your pain, you keep your confusion, and somewhere inside you start waiting. Waiting for someone else, some blessing, some miracle to save you. But that's not how Buddha thought. He didn't ask for blind faith. He didn't ask for followers. He didn't ask to be worshipped. He asked for something else. He asked for clarity, for discipline, and for direct experience. He said, come and see, not come and believe. Even today, in many temples, people bow to the statues, but don't look at their anger. They light incense, but never question their fears. They chant his name, but they forget to observe their own thoughts. The ritual survives, but the revolution, that gets lost. This isn't about disrespecting devotion. Devotion can be beautiful when it helps you look inward. But when devotion becomes an escape, when worship replaces responsibility, then we are not walking his path. we are just walking in circles around his image. So yes, this matters. This matters deeply. Before we talk about anything else, we have to ask one essential question. Who was he? Because if you see him as a god, you will wait. But if you see him as a man, you'll begin. So the next time you stand before his statue, maybe don't ask for blessings. Ask yourself, what did he see in his own mind that I am still avoiding in mine? And that question, not belief, not ritual, might just be where the path begins. Thanks for listening to It Is That, a pause in the noise. In the coming episodes, we'll dive into Buddha's teachings and explore why they still hold meaning in the world ruled by speed, screens, and algorithms.